Happy Pride Month, everyone. It's June. Oh, hi. Emily's taking an odd side angle picture of me while I'm starting the live. But I apologize for spacing out on the first Friday live. I was in the middle of doing some showings and I kind of forgot it was even Friday, to be honest. And then someone messaged me and said, "Are you doing a first Friday live today?" Which was very kind of you, so thank you. And I was like, "Oh no, I forgot." So here I am in the makeup session. So
Hi.
Emily's here, just kind of lurking in the background.
I'm not lurking. I'm letting people know on my Instagram that you're going live in case they want to join us.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
So Ryder is in a mood today, so she's probably gonna zoom across, jump like over both of us, like.
She's playing with her loudest toys while the kids are trying to sleep.
It always happens every night at bedtime. So it's like, I need to get a better setup for this computer so that it's a little bit better angle, I think.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yep.
Okay, a little bit up close. And thanks. We got a couple people joining us. Fabulous. Well, it is Pride Month.
Laura's cool shirt.
Oh, yeah, I like
shirt.
it. And now that we've moved to Florida, I'm like adapting a lot of very
tropical themes.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Tropical. Yeah. So, let's see. What are we doing to celebrate Pride this month?
Well, in this part of Florida, they actually don't do Pride until October because it's too hot in June, which makes sense, but is kind of a pity because Pride happens in June traditionally because that was the month during which the Stonewall riots took place, which was the origination of Pride protests and celebration. But anyway, you have to also be logical about weather and heat stroke and things like that. So Jacksonville's not really, I don't think we're doing anything in June for Pride Month officially, but a lot of folks have their Pride regalia out decorating their homes. So I think we'll just do Pride related stuff probably on social media and with our friends. And then we've got some family travels coming up, which has nothing to do with Pride, but it is something to celebrate even then.
Who knows? Maybe we'll stumble on another Pride celebration somewhere. But
yeah,
our big family news is
what?
The kids are.
I don't even know.
No, I put it in the comments, so that's why I had like a little like weird pause.
Oh, okay.
Actually, before we move on to that, now we're gonna do a cliffhanger. I want to hear who's celebrating Pride and maybe what they're doing. It sounds like. Look,
Massachusetts.
In Australia, they also celebrate Pride in October.
Oh, well, then that just makes us very cool.
I mean, my birthday is National Coming Out Day, it just happens to be October 11th.
Yeah.
Which is pretty rad.
It's a parade tomorrow in Oklahoma City. That's awesome. I hope you have fun.
They have Pride Month in Pittsfield.
Crystal, what are you drinking out of your massive jar?
It's water.
With a lime in it.
With a half a lime. I was like, we were in the sun today.
Not a liter. That's our
working
liter
outside today. Yeah. So
we've been perpetually dehydrated for a couple weeks now. Just like sweating out every drop of water we managed to drink.
I think that's pretty much living in Florida.
Yeah.
But Cape Breton. Oh, they have a pride flag off their deck in Cape Breton. That's nice.
We actually need to get a new pride flag. I don't think ours is doing too great. It's a little older. We need to get a bigger one too.
It's a little small.
But I will say we have neighbors down the street who are lovely people. They decorate hardcore for every holiday, and they have a full-size flagpole with a full-size pride flag. And I kind of feel like we get to piggyback off of their efforts in a way, because like that is quite a flag. I'm very proud of them. I love seeing it every day off of our front porch. But we should buy another one, I think.
Oh, Louisa has the same birthday as me.
Yeah.
That's great. Perfect. Well, okay, so now the big family news, which is the kids are going to sleepaway camp tomorrow. I'm so excited for them.
They're so excited.
They've been helping get ready. So they've been doing their own clothes. And like Ruby, I don't know, in the last couple of months when we're going on a trip, Ruby will roll their outfits in like a little roll.
like undies, socks in a
Like-
sushi roll, surrounded by the shorts and t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
And this is kind of influencing Chloe to do the same thing. Although Chloe gets a little frustrated because if it's not neat, then Chloe is not super happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruby by far is the neatest like clothing folder in our house.
Oh yeah, Ruby takes folding clothes very seriously, and so we often try to recruit them to fold everyone's clothes with
Right.
mixed results.
Right. So yeah, so that's definitely gonna happen. And we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
We got. You want to get the bag of goodies?
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay,
We'll
so
do a little unboxing.
you used to be able to mail stuff to camp. I mean, you can still mail stuff to camp, but like when when is it gonna get there? How long is it gonna get there? Fortunately, now they allow you to both send emails to your camper, which they then print out and give to the camper. Did you know that?
No, but that's less fun.
Oh, a lot less fun than a handwritten note. So then you can also do a little care package with a note or a little something for each day. So we have.
So we're gonna pre-pack tomorrow before they go. We're gonna pre-pack Monday through Friday so that they have one thing to open every day with a little note, and we're coordinating with their other mom, so her stuff's gonna go in the same. So like we're not gonna like bombard them with stuff. It'll be like one envelope with a couple notes and something fun. So Crystal went to Target tonight and got them awesome kid sunglasses. And let's see, we've got a unicorn headband. Any guesses which kid's gonna enjoy that one?
I think that looks pretty good on me.
Got some pride-related flags. One of them says.
Oh, but wait. Excuse
Oh
me.
wait, sorry.
That you have to show them as a double.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
So this is a match. Oh, this is a match. So Chloe gets this and Ruby gets the
Now I'm
star
scared to pull
sunglasses.
them out to us.
It's okay. You got
And
so
then
far
there's a
you're
third
only
pair of
one for
these.
two.
I don't know if we have 3 kids now, but
No, I got all the sunglasses because I figured
Okay.
they'd be great for the rest of the summer. And sometimes this is like a little bit nerdy, but sometimes I worry about cheap sunglasses because they don't always have UV protection, and these have 100% UV protection. So I was like, buy them all. I know, but that's who you
What are
married,
these?
dear.
what are these glow bracelets?
Well, it's like perfect, right? They're gonna be staying up late, and I thought that glow bracelets would be super fun. They're gonna be gone for 1 week.
So they check in Sunday. They get picked up on Saturday. It's
Mhm.
kind of I'm like a little bit. I'm so excited for them, but also they're just babies. Okay, and then all right here. I'm like scared to reveal it
No,
now.
don't be scared. It's fine.
'Cause
I'm
you
sorry
were-
to snap at you.
You're a little snappy. And then we've got these cute little satchels. Like I think they're usually for school supplies, but I don't know what flag that's for.
Oh, I do
Oh,
now.
thank you.
This is the non-binary flag.
Oh, and then this is the trans flag.
It's
maybe.
kind of like it's a
It's-
variation of.
it's not really.
It's
So
just,
this is for Chloe,
yeah.
just because it's bright. It's all her favorite colors.
It's just loud and proud.
Well, we were
Of, like not really. I couldn't exactly find that particular one.
yeah.
That seems to be a mashup of.
They will like it. They'll both like it. So we were talking to your sister and her family about. I have a tank top that has like
Right.
all the different flags on it, but they're not quite right. They're kind of like
Uh-huh.
the off-brand Cheerios
There's one more.
of pride flags. And well, let me tell my story first.
Oh, sorry.
So we were trying to figure out what each flag was on it, and none of them were quite matching up. And I realized I don't think there's like an official committee of pride flags out there.
Right.
And so companies, when they're making T-shirts and stuff, they're just kind of like, oh, those colors, I think that's right. And so you end up with a lot of variation in the color combinations and the tones and the presentation of the different stripes and stuff like that. So we're all just doing the best we can. Anyway.
Right. Plus, they are frequently coming up with different niche
Mhm.
flags, which is great, but it's just you don't necessarily always know them. Look, and then did you notice if you really shake them, what happens?
What? Oh, did they glow?
Yeah, well, they did at the store.
Oh, it wants to. It's trying to. Hang on.
This is going to be really underwhelming if we can't get this to work.
Do you squeeze it?
They're 7 and 9. I don't know. It worked fine at the store.
Well, whatever.
Well, they may not glow, but
they'll enjoy it. And then there's oh, cute.
oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there's another one of those. And then stickers. What
And
kid
these are
doesn't
pretty cool.
like its dogs and sunglasses? I don't think you can go wrong with that.
But like, did you notice this? This is a cat with lasers coming
Oh,
out
that's
of
awesome.
the eye. I mean,
And then I don't know.
this is a dog with a sweatband on.
So did
This
you
is a
hit your
cat.
head?
This is.
Since when do you buy the kids gum?
I never buy the
Is
kids
it? And
gum.
this is like the
That's
sugary
why
kind.
I figured this was. I mean, they're going to camp. Like, I don't
They're
know.
gonna be very popular. I think this might be contraband.
No, they're allowed to send. We're allowed to send things like that. I think.
I'm not gonna be a stickler about it. I'm just saying.
I figured. Why not?
All right.
He's living a little on the edge.
The kids are super. Yeah, there's someone saying I bet they're excited. The kids are really excited. They've never been to sleepaway camp before. They've only been to daytime camps, and this is like a classic camp. It's like cabins and like waking up to songs in the mornings and roasting marshmallows and canoeing and like all the camp stuff. It's like out of a 70s
How do
movie.
we get this person off of there?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
I can delete it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let's see.
so everyone's super excited. I'm gonna be home gardening and working next week. You're going to a conference.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
I'm going to Denver, so I might be able to go hiking before the conference too.
Yeah.
Look who snuck in over here. The little Missy. Hey, are you ignoring everyone? Ryder.
Eric doesn't know how life works.
Ryder, you're supposed to look at this little green dot on the computer. So Ryder just had her
First birthday.
She's very sweet, and she is definitely still a teenager.
She's
a
like
puppy.
7 or 8 in people years, I think.
So I assume that at some point during this live, she's going to bark because we're in the front room and she watches everything. So
you can see our street and our neighbors, and there's a couple of neighborhood cats that roam around, and that upsets her.
Take her collar off so that she's not jingling so much, or I'm not jingling her. Anyway, she's great, and they gave her a party.
Yeah, she went to daycare that day, and they gave her a party hat and a dog donut, and she got to play with her friends all day. So she had a great time.
Someone went to sleepaway camp when they were 10 for the first time, and it's one of the greatest memories of their life. That's awesome.
Yeah. Did you went to sleepaway camp, right? And your mom was the nurse.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, I think it's a little bit of cheating. I'm going to put this back here so you can see all three of us. Does that work? Let's see if it's not. It's a little bit crooked. So yeah, I went to girls. Well, I'm not sure which camp I went to first. Like, my sister wanted to go to horse camp, so we went to horse camp. But this is like horse camp in a very rural town of Maine at a fairly small riding center.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
where did you sleep?
In a like a cabin that was a bunkhouse, but my mom, who was the nurse there, slept in an RV. Like it was like not really the nicest RV either that they had there. I mean, I think there was like 10 people at camp, so that was my first camp experience, and it was very small. But
it sounds like maybe it wasn't registered with the state.
I don't think that was really on the up and up. I think it was more of a DL situation. Yeah. But then. It's let's see. Then I did go to Girl Scout camp a couple of times.
Yeah.
But my mom was also the camp nurse for then too. I mean, it made sense because when she was camp nurse, then my sister and I could go for free.
Right.
And then yeah.
And then whenever you missed your mom, what happened?
I had an upset stomach. But I don't know if I went to any other overnight camps besides those. I can't exactly remember.
I went to 4-H camp one summer. I only went once, and that's like a classic camp with cabins. And it was co-ed, and it was pretty big. It was like kids from a lot of different counties went there. Mm-hmm. It was really fun. And then, but the camp I went to the most was sponsored through my church diocese, and it was overnight, but it wasn't like at a camp. We would pack up canoes and canoe down the river for a week, and we would camp along the way and make our meals over the fire and stuff. So it was a sleepaway camp, but it wasn't like the kind of traditional one. But I have really fond memories from that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
So I'm hoping the kids have a blast, and I hope they don't get homesick or anything.
Well, I actually asked if they wanted, asked Chloe if she wanted us to print out some pictures like of her family or whatever to look at. She just, no, that will just make me more sad.
Oh.
I'm going to pretend like it's a really long day at school and I'm going to forget about you, but I'll remember you when I get home. I was like, honestly, it just feels like a pretty solid strategy.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Right?
Yeah.
Someone called home the second day crying to come home. We got adjusted after that. That sounds about right.
That reminds me, there was a book published about 10 years ago. It was called Letters from Camp or something like that. And it follows the journey of it's just parents who publish their kids' letters that they sent from when you would write it out by hand.
Oh, it's funny.
And,
we got to do that. We got to give them some self-addressed.
Oh, that's right.
So.
And it was really cute because you see how early in the camp week the kids are saying that they hate it and they want to come home. And then around Wednesday, there's a turn. And the letters start talking about all these amazing memories that they're making and all their new friends and stuff. Right. And then they're sad to leave. And they found that when compiling those letters, that it was actually really good for the kids to have a chance to complain in the letters because it helped them to process their homesickness and to then just focus on their activities and to kind of have a great experience.
That's fun.
It's really cute.
It's going to be super. I can't wait. It's going to be great.
My school camp, I was left at the place we were staying and they forgot me. Oh no.
Oh no.
I hope they found you soon after.
Oh my goodness. So, truly Ryder is really feeling at home here more and more, but this watching the street, she's currently on the prowl, watching the street, waiting for something to happen. And we have quite a few stray cats in this neighborhood. And every time she sees a cat, she starts barking. So, come here, baby.
Everything is fine.
Oh.
Are you gonna cough or
I'm just gonna stretch. It's gonna whack me in the face.
Okay, sit.
Okay, so now we're back to three heartbeats. That's what we. Right, Ryder?
You're a good dog.
She is a good dog.
You're a good dog. We love
Pretty much just spend this live cuddling with Ryder.
Yeah. I hope everyone's having an awesome weekend so far. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So most of my summers I actually spent at my grandma's house. I'm going to day camp, which was sailing camp. And then probably the most fun we had was when we had overnights where we would sail to one of the islands nearby. And we would set up tents and drink soda and eat candy, all the things that,
your parents wouldn't
tweens do into the night and stay up as late as we could and have a big campfire on the beach and all those kind of things.
Okay, I'll make space for you. You can sit.
So hi, Scylla. So that's pretty much what we're up to. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be fun. Chloe's going on a horse. What is it? Horse trail ride.
A trail ride. Yeah, we signed her up for kids who are interested in that. You can sign them up to do that once. I don't think this camp does regular horseback riding. It's just a special event.
I think you can sign up to do it for the week, but I'm not 100% sure.
They had a couple of things. They had a pottery thing that you could add.
That's awesome.
So.
Yeah. Someone. We got a lot of camp stories. This is awesome. Girl Scout camp in New Mexico. That's awesome. I think it's pretty great. I think, honestly, I really hope they like this because they're also, later this summer, they're going to a Girl Scout day camp in Alaska. And I really hope that they like that because it would be great if they could do sleepaway camp up, there and or in Maine later on in their lives too.
For sure. I think the one in Alaska is going to be cool too because it's a day camp, but they're being bused out to kind of a rural area. So like we're meeting the bus near where we're staying, and then they're gonna drive the kids out to an actual camp facility. So it's still very like camping skills and outdoorsy, and like building a hut out of leaves, or I don't know, stuff like that. So they get to kind of get that escapism, even though they're coming home at the end of the day.
Yeah. So Scylla was mentioning that Isaiah went to the camp, the same camp, and that he loved it, and also that we should expect them to come home very dirty
and with some strange dance moves.
Yeah. But actually, it's funny. I saw Isaiah at Target today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, like actually, I saw him like pull into the parking spot, like down from me. Mm-hmm. So when I pulled out, I like pulled like he was parked like this, right? So I pulled right in front of him. Mm-hmm. I like honked my horn, and he was like looking around, and then he finally looked ahead, and I was like, "It's awesome." Just a little crazy. So that was pretty awesome. Oh, look at this. We had a couple Manas on here.
Oh, cool.
Well, what else are we supposed to talk about?
What are you excited about this week?
Well, I am excited to go to my first ever conference that's about anything besides ships.
Right, or oil.
So yeah, I'm going to Denver for it's a real estate conference, but it's really more about like strategies for developing your business around relationships, which is exactly what I'm trying to do. And I have an extra night there, so I'm going on Tuesday. I really could fly on Wednesday, but I decided to go and see if I could get a little mountain air in, which would be fun. Mm-hmm. Plus, that way Emily gets a little bit more time to herself.
Yeah. I'm excited about this.
What are you excited for this week?
I'll have the house all to myself for 3 whole days. Mm-hmm. And for context, until very recently in our relationship, we only spent maximum 6 months together out of every year. We would have these breaks. And I used to travel for work a lot. I used to have the house to myself for several days in a row. So we've been attached to the hip for about a year and a half now, and it's not great. Like, it's not really who we are. And so it's good as we start making our own like separate friends, and you start doing building your business, and I'm starting to like get Florida related hobbies. So we're like figuring it out.
But I mean, even after all of that togetherness, we still like each other.
Oh, we still like each other, but
and we still love each other. Which
there's
is
something
more
to be
important,
said
course,
for like you used to fly to work every 2 months, and I know that you really enjoyed traveling alone.
And actually, as it turned out, I really enjoyed someone else cooking me food for like a couple months at a time, and then I could just put my dishes in the mess tray, and then I'd walk back to work. Like I just walk through the chow line, eat, dishes in the bin, back to work. It does not happen here unless you go to a restaurant for every meal, and that gets a little expensive and also not that good. I mean, at some point in time.
Right. So I'm excited to have a few days just myself. I'm very busy at work right now, so I'll be able to work uninterrupted.
What?
For the first time in a really long time. And I'm going to do some gardening and get us ready we're going to Maine in a couple weeks. So we have some home organization and packing and stuff to think about with that. So just kind of getting ready for that trip. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch whatever I want on TV.
I'm excited for that too. As it turns out, Emily and we have some overlap in the TV that we watch.
We have a good amount of overlap, but then we have the things we don't overlap on. We're like, not gonna happen.
So Emily likes.
Well, I like some reality TV, and you like really cheesy cop shows.
I don't think they're cheesy. Just to be clear,
they don't mesh.
No, but I do like the kind of like the detective shows for sure. All right, well.
Yes, that's about it. So it's just me and Ryder next week for a couple of days, and then our summer is kind of off to the races after that. We've got 2 kind of long trips. You've got work, I've got work. The kids have some different camps to enjoy, and they're going to surfing camp this summer, which is super exciting for them. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, but I think we're definitely going to be planning like more regular times when we're kind of doing our own thing, like because we love doing things together, but like having just that like chunk of about 3 or 4 days
Yeah,
is pretty nice.
it's pretty nice. Yeah.
When someone was at camp, their mom downsized their bedroom,
Oh no.
stuff and clothes and toys. It's funny because actually in the first week of summer, the kids, we didn't have a plan for them, so they didn't have camp. They just hung out with us.
Yeah.
And one of the things I did was like Chloe, her closet has been like, it's like you open it and there's like just the
bursts
wall of
open.
stuff and things are like falling out on you. So
It's not all hers. I mean, it's mostly hers, but like to be honest, we're still kind of moving into the house, so there's some disorganization too.
right. But she pulled, she wasn't exactly happy about it at first, but we pulled everything out and she put it into piles of keep and giveaway and then put all the keep stuff back in there neatly. It was very cool.
Yeah. Every now and then they like get a wild hair and they just really want to organize the rooms and get rid of a bunch of stuff, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I need to get my stuff. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
My t-shirt collection is too much.
Just became drawers that like you pull the drawer out, it has like it's like a slinky can.
Yeah, I really need to get organized.
Okay, well, I wanted to address one more thing before we get out of here, which is that someone asked earlier on how they could celebrate Pride. It's a good question.
That's a great question. Okay, so I guess it depends on a couple of things. I think the obvious answer, I'll just answer and then you can answer.
Sure.
So obviously, if there's events in your community, you should go to them. They're super fun. And the better the turnout, the better it is for the community. If you're showing up because you're part of the community, that's great. If you're showing up as an ally, that's great. If you get invited to like someone's barbecue or something, you should definitely go. I would say, using opportunities on social media to talk about the people in your life who you love, who are queer, or your own story if you feel comfortable sharing it is great. I know that Pride is also, for the community, it's kind of like, for a lot of us, it is our Christmas. A lot of people in our community do not have close family relationships. And so Pride is a time when they get invited to big events for the year. And so I would just say for the allies out there to just be kind of cognizant of that, that for a lot of people who are queer, like this is a really sacred time of year, and to just be thoughtful about it. It's kind of like if you were invited to someone's home for a religious holiday of a religion that you don't practice, you would show up and be super respectful and very grateful to be invited, and not assuming too much, right? Because like you would be there to learn and to appreciate it and enjoy it. So yeah, just something to keep in mind if you're kind of new to the Pride scene, and especially if you're showing up as an ally.
Yeah, I mean I think that's great. I have a few other options, which would be especially if maybe you're not in a community where that's really there's a lot happening. I would say become better educated as far as like what some of the issues are, or what maybe whatever it is that you don't really know that much about as far as the LGBTQ community. Read something that tells a little bit of a story or educates you a little bit more, just so you have more knowledge, and that usually adds to acceptance. And then another thing, putting out a love is love flag or sign or whatever. You don't have to necessarily just put a rainbow flag out. It can be a variety of things that add to just showing that you're loving and accepting of all people. It can be one just outward sign to someone who maybe drives by or walks by and says, "Oh," like might give them just a little boost of acceptance.
Totally. I know, like, especially now that it's Pride Month, we're seeing more flags around. But when it's not Pride Month, if we see love is love or hate has no home here or pride flags or anything, it's out on someone's lawn, we get so excited because it's a smaller community here. It's a bit more insular. And when we see that, we don't assume the people living there are gay or queer. But we're just like, hey,
Right.
If we met those people, we would know we would be accepted and safe with them, and that is super cool. So yeah, if you feel comfortable doing that, I mean, the flags they really are very meaningful.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think.
And then you know, one thing that we do try to do too is like, patronizing businesses that are queer owned, or or like just some of those things.
Or have
Like that's a great
signage
way
that
to do things.
like safe space signage or
Mhm.
something. Like we try to.
Or contributing to nonprofits that support, especially
Mhm.
queer youth. I mean, there's a couple of nonprofits around in Jacksonville that do that, and
Mhm.
that's lovely. It's a great way to help kids who need a safe space. So.
Yeah. Another thing I really love, and it's not always just allies, but when people wear the free mom hugs T-shirts,
Oh yeah.
I
That's
love
cool.
that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Let's see, Mama Bear flag. That's pretty great. Fantastic. Okay, well, I hope you all have a great month. I will. Emily has. Don't worry. Emily has also been kind of like poking me to get a few more videos put together. I have a really fun video. Should I say what it's about?
No, and
I
I
have
think
a fun video clip coming up soon.
yeah. So Crystal has a really fun video plan, and she'll eventually show us how she and her dad built my front porch.
Yeah.
Which is a great video. It's going to be a great video, and you guys are gonna love it. It's extremely satisfying. It was so fun to be part of that, and then to like see it in a shorter format. I think is gonna be really cool. So,
Yeah.
So I would recommend you guys to like ping her on Facebook and Instagram and say like, I really want to see the porch video, or show me videos of what you've been up to.
Show me
miss you."
something besides just real estate content,
Yeah,
Crystal. For goodness sakes.
Crystal responds really well to like positive reinforcement and compliments. So if you if you send her nice messages, she might put out some more videos for you.
Right. I mean, I will be continuing to put out real estate content because, of course, that's what I do. And I have had a number of great folks from the like social media community reach out to me and ask for some referrals in their community, which is fantastic. I love to help you, and also that does help me to build my presence in the community as a realtor. So it's fantastic. But we had like a contest at my brokerage, and one of the contest elements was putting out real estate related content. So I will be doing it still consistently, but maybe not quite as much.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Well, we're gonna snuggle this puppy. I'm gonna give her the sign off. You ready, Ryder? Ryder, please don't bark at them. Okay. Yes. Ryder says, "Bye, everyone. Happy Pride." And see if we can find the stop button.